So today's video going to be a little bit about mandates and protocols. So in the state of California, we're under Gavin Newsom's mandate protocol, wearing a mask, be indoors, stay-at-home order, restaurants closed, businesses and things of that nature. It's affecting the economy quite devastatingly. So the first initial thing is to say that, well, for security officers is concerned, how do security officers supposed to deal or react with the mask? You know, I had a mask on. I'm in my car, so I don't need it. But if your site requires a mask or is requiring other patrons, customers to wear a mask, and depending on if your client is requesting the officer at the site to enforce the mask, no mask, because this is somewhat unprecedented. We're not, that wasn't probably in your initial contract or whatever, but your overall job is safety and security. So as a safety and a security situation, they're saying that, we need everybody to, before they enter, to have their mask on or what have you. And security is at the front door. We need security to wear a mask. We need security to enforce the no mask policy, you know what I'm saying? Or we might have to escort somebody out because they refuse to wear a mask or something like that. Our private business is requiring our customers, our patrons, to wear a mask. So it's the security officer's job at that point to accommodate that, to ensure that. That means the officer needs to be available, visible in the area. Maybe they stationed at that particular area, front door, or they do rounds and stuff or whatever. They don't have a specific place to be. But once that mandate is basically instituted at that site or what have you, it would seem to go without saying that the officer should be closer around in that front area, entry, access area, or what have you. Now you got, but depending on your political perspective and all that different jazz, some officers, I even had officers give me the impression that, this particular presidential candidate is better than this one or that and what have you, or this is not true science and that is, and fake news and real news, and well, it doesn't matter. The client is requesting or requiring that particular function, so it's the security officer's job to facilitate that, as long as they're there for the hours that they're contracted to be there. I've had officers talk about, well, yeah, but it only needs to be on outside or it only needs to be on inside. I'm like, well, if they're mandating the use of a mask inside, around the property or whatever, then that's just what it is. You get some officers that resist it. I don't think so, especially early on in the pandemic, didn't know if it was real or not, or and slowly but surely at all different sites and places, mask requirements start becoming mandatory. So you have to ask the officers. I don't believe a security company has to provide masks for the particular officers. They're everywhere, they're available, they're a common thing, it's like socks or whatever. So the security company shouldn't have to offer that, so you can get a mask anywhere, basically. It all different type of prices and amounts and types and sizes and all of that. So the officer, once they're aware or being made aware from the supervisor, also, even if the client or a person at the client place is saying, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that, a security officer should always double check with their immediate supervisor, with the company, how they feel about that policy. Is that something they could, should, or would do? And if the security company says, well, yes, follow that mandate of wearing a mask at that site, You know, they've got signs posted of mask requiring. So security should be the next one, the main one wearing masks, and the main one enforcing the mask wearing situation. If security is standing there in the front door and allow somebody to go in without a mask, and then the patrons go, the clients, the people that work for the client go, hey, this person ain't got a mask, this person don't have a mask. You know, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Where's security? And da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? They might be up in arms about that. You know what I'm saying? So it would be best for the security officer to make sure that that's the case, because you're causing more of a problem of your own. You know what I'm saying? If you're not wearing a mask, and then how can you tell some other person to wear a mask if you're not wearing a mask? You know what I'm saying? And then if you let them go in without wearing a mask, and then you got to come back. And you know, the main thing you don't want to hear is someone saying, well, security didn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it's 9 times out of 10, it's security's job to say something. So security should have said something. But if you let the individual go by and don't say nothing, and then they come back, oh, security, can you tell this guy whatever he's being asked about it? You know, then you got to come back there, and now you done lost some authority because you let him go by without the mask in the first place. You know what I'm saying? That's especially if you already know the sentiment of the client. You know what I'm saying? The client says no ifs, ands, or buts about it for sure. This is what it is. And if you're circumventing that by just being unavailable or being non-compliant or non-enforcement, then you're causing yourself a problem. You may, in my book, be little before you know it, be getting removed from that site because it's going to be a complaint. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take